What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of The Menu. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Okay, so I was almost at the end of my week at the recent Toronto International Film Festival 2022, and I had only got a few movies left to screen. And boy, it felt good to squeeze The Menu right in there because this movie is a hoot! The Menu is a brilliant, wickedly funny, dark comedy that takes Eat the Rich to heart. It is a film with a devilish sense of humor. Now, if you thought Gordon Ramsay in Hell's Kitchen was mean, boy, he is nothing compared to Ray Fiennes in The Menu, because Ray scares the shit out of me. I'll even venture to say that Ray here is a lot scarier than he was when he played Lord Voldemort. I know, it's crazy, right? Written by Seth Rice and Will Tracy and directed by Mark Mylod, in The Menu, a couple travels to a coastal island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. Starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, Ray Fiennes, John Leguizamo, Judith Light, and Hong Chow. We all love watching those food or cooking shows, right? Despite Ratatouille's famous catchphrase suggesting that anyone can cook, let's face it, let's keep it real. A lot of us cannot. I certainly cannot. And so we live vicariously through those apron-wearing men and women on our small screen who are competing to become the next top chef. The shows get even more enticing when the meals they prepare are these tiny fancy smancy edibles that you and I can never afford in our lifetime. Well, that's the kind you'd see here in the movie The Menu. And the editing does a marvelous job of slicing and dicing those imageries to make those weird foods look aesthetically appealing. Without giving too much away, here's another simple way to describe The Menu. Imagine if the villain Jigsaw from the Saw franchise brought his victims in a room together, but instead of torturing them, he gives them multiple courses of meal that speaks about their sins. And instead of saying, "I want to play a game," he simply claps his hands together in a commanding force, striking the fear of God in you. The script deliciously cuts like a knife, razor sharp and merciless. The way Ray Fiennes' character condescends, without making it obvious that he's condescending, just viciously knocks your teeth in. I mean, the intensity of Ray's performance here is off the charts, and Anya Taylor-Joy mesmerizes. Her character is a worthy, formidable, and equal opponent to the chef. And she's the kind of girl whose bad side you don't want to get on. Nicholas Hoult plays a guy who worships the chef, so much so that he'd probably put his head right up in chef's ass if he could. Nicholas's commitment to this total hilarity is somewhat admirable. The Menu is a scrumptious story about punishment. It's a story about sticking it to the hoity-toity greedy bastards. It's also about one man's authoritarian approach to being judge, jury, and executioner. And with each passing chapter, you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to these people? And yet, you can't seem to look away. The Menu is so twisted and bizarre and horrifying and irresistible. You just want to sit there and see how it all plays out. Between the food and the reveals and the unexpected violence along the way that gets you feeling on edge, The Menu is a plate of a terrifyingly good time at the table.